most famous physical therapist on the internet.
I'm pump up, Brad, because I've had plenty of sleep. Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
So yes, today we're going to talk about 6 big lies about sleep that may harm you. Plus, by the way, we are doing a giveaway, which is really cool because it's a mattress, Brad.
Mattress giveaway.
Yeah, mattress giveaway,
Right.
yeah. What do you think I said?
Just double checking.
All right, we're actually giving away the SleepOvation mattress, which is it's known for its 700 little tiny mattresses. This is not one of them. This is a cutaway, basically.
Right, it's just a sample model.
A sample model.
Mhm.
Why don't we flip it up real quick, just Brad, so they can see. Yeah, it's really cool. It's very good for pressure relief. If you're having shoulder problem, back problems, knee problems, it really cushions you.
Right.
So, and it's got the sweet air channels too. Remember that, Brad?
All I know, since I've got mine, I sleep better, and I don't like to get out. There's the only thing bad about it. I like to stay in bed in the morning and feel comfortable. That's the truth, especially my back, which
Well,
I've got a history.
I probably should get on with the program here, but just real quickly, we have a cabin, and we don't have a SleepOvation there. And I come back on Mondays, and oh my God, it's so much different.
Life is better.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Okay, let's talk about this. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. And yeah, if you want to look at where our giveaway is, go to bobandbrad.com, the giveaway section, and it'll show how to enter the contest to get the mattress.
Right.
You can also go to bobandbrad.com or Bob and Brad on Facebook.
Facebook,
It's pinned to the top of the page. All right, this if you want to look this up, it's Rebecca Robbins, Robbins. She's a research fellow at NYU. I don't know if you say this, Langone Health. And she and her colleagues, they combed through 8,000 websites, and they were trying to determine what are the common thoughts about sleep. So
And find out if they're accurate.
and then they went to some sleep experts to determine were these lies, a myth, or were they truths? So the number one myth was that a lot of adults believe that you only need 5 or a few hours of sleep a night.
Right. A lot of people kind of brag, oh, I only get 5 hours of sleep. I'm just fine.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like a badge of honor, isn't it?
Yep.
And if you're a hardworking person, and well, I hate to say it, my wife is this way a lot of times.
Oh.
It's like if you sleep too much, and she sleeps more than I do, by the way. I mean, if you sleep too much, she's like, what are you sleeping so much for? It's like, well, because I need it. So, but actually, instead of needing 5 or a few hours, most adults need 7 to 10 hours, depending on your age.
Sure.
So
Typically, the older, the more sleep.
and also when you're younger, when you're a kid, you're supposed to get like 10 hours of
Right,
sleep.
because you're growing.
Yeah, you're growing. So I also want to mention the book Thrive by Arianna Huffington. She's the one that founded the Huffington Post. Really articulate, very intelligent lady.
Sure.
And she actually ended up passing out one time because she was running herself ragged.
She was not getting enough
She
sleep.
was not getting enough sleep.
On
So
a consistent basis.
She's become a big believer now in reducing stress in your life and also getting enough sleep.
Sure.
So, number 2, it's healthy to be able to fall asleep anywhere, anytime. A lie.
Aha.
That's a sign again that you're not getting enough sleep.
Right.
And unfortunately for me, that's sometimes true. I mean, I could probably fall asleep right now, Brad. If you wanted me, do you want to put me to the test?
Well,
So-
you know, there's that disease where
Sleep apnea?
where you fall asleep.
Oh,
anytime.
narcolepsy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, my wife has that. She has to take pills.
Does she really?
Yeah. Yeah. She'll
didn't know this.
at a stoplight fall asleep.
No kidding.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't know every time, but she has.
Wow.
So that's
Are you
not
talking
good.
to her at the time, or?
Well, if I
I'm getting
start
a little
talking to you,
I'm getting a little
she
tired.
always
Just
has to pop
listening.
out 3 or 4 pills when we have a conversation. I'm just kidding.
All right.
I love her.
Number 3, your brain and body can adapt to less sleep, and so you're thinking you could train your body.
Sure.
I remember trying this myself, by the way, and it didn't work at all. Your body, in order to restore the body, you need to cycle through 4 cycles, and they go through
The REM cycle.
yeah, REM cycle, and all that.
We won't get into that.
And you can't cut them out. I mean, so basically, if you don't get the 4 cycles, you're not going to be restored.
Sure.
So, number 4, and I don't know who all believes this, but apparently some people do. Snoring is mostly harmless, although it's annoying. But that's a falsehood. It's quite often a sign that you might have sleep apnea.
Sure.
And sleep apnea is very harmful to your body. You can have increased risk of heart attacks, increased risk of atrial fibrillation, asthma, high blood pressure, glaucoma, cancer.
You're not getting enough oxygen into your system, and you wake up tired.
Yeah.
And then people that go on the CPAP machine, they realize, wow.
Yeah, they feel more restored
Right.
and they're more healthy.
Right.
So, number 5, drinking alcohol helps before bed helps you sleep.
Sure.
I have to admit I believe this.
Field tested.
Yeah, it's field tested, but the fact is that you may get to sleep better,
Right.
but you won't get deep sleep.
Right. And
And
you wake up in the middle of the night, got to go to the bathroom.
Right, you got to
perhaps,
go to the bathroom,
extra,
right?
Whatever.
So-
But yeah, that's a myth.
Okay, number 6, if you're not sleeping, the myth is that you stay in bed with your eyes closed and try and try and try.
Yeah.
So Brian and I are going to discuss this a little bit because that's what I do. When I can't sleep, I stay in bed and I just tell myself, you know what, at least I'm resting. And then
Right.
eventually I still fall asleep anyway
Right.
then. But they recommend is that you actually, if you stay in bed, you start to associate the bed with insomnia.
Sure.
So I imagine if this is a nightly problem, night after night after night,
Right.
Then-
Becomes that habit.
then you probably
Psychological.
should go ahead and get up and do something mindless, they're saying, like fold socks in low light so you
Right.
don't really woke up. But
So
you said,
get the clean socks out of the drawer.
yeah, that's right, start
unfold-
folding them.
But
So-
actually, because I do the same thing, I think I'm resting, I feel relaxed, I'm just not sleeping. But I know when I read a book, particularly at night, but oftentimes even in the day, after 10 or 20 pages, if I'm in my recliner, I'm falling asleep. It just
Sure.
relaxes me, pushes me, unless it's a really good part of the book or something that's got my endorphins going. But, you know,
Sure.
I don't read that many.
I don't know if you
exciting
could can
books.
you put a night light on your side of the bed that you could just wake up and start reading a book, or you'd probably wake up your wife then?
I can't read in supine.
Oh, can't you?
I need to be up a little bit.
Oh, you do?
I'd have to
Okay.
use the wedge. Then I'd go through gyrations. I'd wake my wife up.
You got
The
all
dog
sorts of-
would get
you
up.
got all sorts of
Light-
issues here.
Yeah, there would be issues to be had.
All right, number 7. It doesn't matter what time you sleep, and they have found out this is not true. It's a lot better off if you put yourself on a regular sleep cycle,
Sure.
a regular sleep schedule. It helps control your biological clock and your circadian rhythms.
Right.
That's why it's so harmful for people who do work on split shifts where they're changing shifts all the time.
Right. Exactly.
My wife's dad was on that shift work,
Right.
and it just killed him. I mean, it really did. I really think it really harmed his health.
I grew up in a town with paper mills, and I remember as a child, all my uncles and everyone who worked there would work first shift, the next week second shift,
Yeah.
the next week third shift, and they'd start all over.
Yeah.
They did that for years, and I kind of was thinking that cynical part of me is thinking, so they're thinking they're going to screw up their life cycles. By the time they retire, they'll probably die, and then they won't have to give them pensions.
Yeah, that's about it.
But I really don't know. It's like you should just stay on
You
first
should
shift,
stay. That's
second
exactly
shift, or
right.
third shift, and let your body acclimate and become that. For at least a few years, and then just shift every now and then.
Well, what they did with him is it seemed like they changed it like every couple of years how they do things. They do. And then they did like 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Then they did like working 5 days in a row or 7 days in a row, and then having
That's
7
the
off.
Southern swing, I think they called it in the mill.
Do they really?
Yeah, it was 7 days and then 2 days, 7 days, 4 days. It was kind of a
Yeah,
weird
I
schedule.
said they always messed with them. So
Yeah.
anyway, I guess we got a
We
little
digress into our
diverged.
personal
So,
boring life.
but anyway, if you want to see the study, like I said, it's Rebecca Robbins. Just Google her name,
Sure.
NYU, and it'll come up. And happy sleeping.
Yeah, take a nap too in the middle of the day. We didn't mention that, but I think it's worth
it's
mentioning.
great. I think
Yeah.
it's helpful. Thanks.